Baltimore. Craziness going on in Baltimore. This story, this is crazy too, right?
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kai Jackson. In Montgomery County, police say 7 kids ranging in age from 12 to 15 stole a car and crashed it, killing a Virginia man. That case renews concerns over juvenile crime in the state. Fox 45's Cassidy Stevens has the latest.
A 58-year-old father killed by a car driven by multiple
I see you
juveniles.
looking
That
nice.
situation
Having a nice little
sparking
evening.
concerns over juvenile accountability as well as just driving across the state. On Tuesday, Montgomery County police say 7 children between the ages of 12 and 15 were riding in a stolen car, crashed in Germantown, killing another driver. That driver was 58-year-old Vance Payne.
This tragic story of a Virginia man on his way to work who was killed in a traffic accident by 7 juveniles in a stolen sedan. This should shake every Marylander.
Payne's family releasing a statement saying, quote, "We are focusing on our family right now as we process the tragic and painful loss of a devoted father, husband, and a friend to so many. Please respect our privacy at this time." Maryland Delegate Kathy Szeliga says this crash points to a larger issue of young people driving stolen cars on Maryland roads and a lack of accountability.
I would like to see Governor Wes Moore, Mayor Brandon Scott, Speaker Pena Melnick, and Senate President Bill Ferguson start a public information campaign telling juveniles that their crime will not be tolerated in the state of Maryland. I would like to see them apologize to this father of 5 and change direction.
Other high-profile crashes involving juveniles driving stolen vehicles sparked similar concerns. Here in Baltimore in June, police say a 14-year-old driving a stolen vehicle struck and killed a 3-year-old, Jordan Bright. That teen is now in the juvenile system. And in February, police say this body cam video showed 3 teens in a stolen car crashing into a police officer in Southwest Baltimore, just moments after an attempted break-in. 2 of the teens were already on ankle monitors at the time due to previous robbery and auto theft charges.
Juvenile crime, juvenile auto theft is a serious problem, and Maryland politicians need to start taking it seriously.
So these young people now, we have to get the parents to take responsibility for their children and not allowing them to have access to their kids.
I do feel like there's definitely some concerns about the juvenile stuff in Baltimore with dirt bikes and all of that kind of thing. So I've had close calls in the past.
Szeliga says Maryland needs tougher consequences for repeat juvenile offenders.
We've seen it time and time again, but part of the problem, or a big part of the problem, is coming out of Annapolis, where lawmakers continue to reduce accountability measures for juveniles. It's sending the wrong message. Juveniles are not afraid to steal a car because there aren't any consequences. And when politicians in Annapolis, Governor Wes Moore, and Democrat leaders in Annapolis make juvenile crime legal, you get more juvenile crime.
For many residents, the hope that reducing dangerous driving, especially situations with juvenile drivers, will make the roads here in Maryland safer. In Baltimore, Cassidy Stevens, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.
Oh my goodness. First of all, prayers up to the family. That's, you go back, prayers up to the family, prayers up to the 3-year-old. I go back, look at this. Look at this. Not just looking at her. Look at that. Look at that. This is what, hold on. Sorry, moving too fast. That. Look at that. That is insane. I heard of Governor Wes Moore. I need to put him on notice. Night audit, we on y'all. It's the Grand Theft Auto capital. Like, 2 juveniles, and not in this instance, but in the other one. Look at that. I shake my head. I said, man, he already got a GoFundMe. Let me see the GoFundMe. I'll get to that in a second. What is going on out here? I did a story yesterday where there was a illegal car meet on I-95 in the Rhode Island. Look it up. I could probably put it. It's out. My video is out. The Samaritan was trying to help because the car tumbled. It flipped. It showed on a DOT cam. It flipped, right? And it happened on the northbound, and the Good Samaritan was trying to help him on hop on the southbound. I'm trying to make sure. Listen, this is Friday, right? I'm just gonna say hooligans, right? Or I'm going to say YNs and white ends. They want to be, they say the word, they be using it. So, I'm just trying to paint the context. But they out there fighting, right? They go out there and fight the Good Samaritan. He trying to help the person. Whole big thing. What is going on? Why are teenagers, why these parents, where are the parents? Like my woman, like this, the lady here, right? Now she's cooking up. Now I don't know. I think her name is what? Kathy. I can't say her last name. Susie. I would say Susie. Not say Susie, but I don't know Susie. But we'll keep an eye on her. Listen, this woman right here.
Now, we have to get the parents to take responsibility.
This problem, and Maryland politicians need to start taking it seriously.
So these young people now, we have to get the parents to take responsibility for their children and not allowing them to have access to their kids.
I do feel like there's definitely some concerns about the juvenile stuff in Baltimore with dirt bikes and all of that kind of thing. So I've had close calls.
I did a story in Baltimore where they had a little kind of teen takeover in one of the little waterfront, like it's a historical waterfront district, good for tourists and whatnot. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I did a story on it. I covered it on one of my shows, and they know. To see, the thing about it is, nobody, listen, would anybody like to give teenagers longer sentences for Grand Theft Auto offenses? There are probably some sympathizers out there. There's probably some enablers that be like, no, you shouldn't do that. Yes, you should do that. Yes. You hit a police car, right? Somebody got killed. In the first part of this video, my man's got killed.
A car driven by multiple juveniles. That situation sparking concerns over juvenile accountability as well as just driving across the state. On Tuesday, Montgomery County police say 7 children between the ages of 12 and 15 were
taking an illegal joyride. There's consequences. There are consequences to what you do. Listen, this is a learned behavior. This is a learned behavior because you don't listen. No 12-year-old, no 15-year-old know how to go steal a car. There's some adults around there that's in the shit that they've made their lives up. They decided what they're going to dedicate their lives to. Instead of dedicating their lives to doing better and doing what's right and trying to find God and serve God and whatnot and go help the community out, they decide they want to be a menace to community or whatnot. They want to be a menace to society, right? They threw their lives away. So you know what? They're going to inflict their same pain and inflictions on the 12 and 15-year-olds. The most formative years, the most impressionable years. These kids can't even be kids, man. They can't even be kids. They got their whole life to be adults. That is the thing. People who want to quote unquote mentor young people, you need to tell young people, hey, listen, you got a long time to be an adult. Enjoy being a kid. Enjoy being a kid. You need to enjoy being a kid. Cause life is gonna kick your ass. And if you don't, to avoid it not kicking your ass like that, because listen, people might say it turned out well for me. Like how? You did 10 years. You did 10 years up the road. Your uncle did 20. Your dad did 30 or 25. He did a 5 to 7. He did, listen, everybody in your family are criminals. There's nothing to brag about being a criminal. Convicted felons, drug dealers, gangbangers, killers. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I do. Man, you don't sit your kid, man, get your punk ass out of my face. Your whole family is a criminal organization. Unofficial. The 12 and 15-year-olds, even the teenagers, listen, even the teenagers that hit the police car that was on, they was on ankle monitors. Listen, go to this one. This story right here. Listen, I'm gonna break it all the way down over here on the night audit.
Killed a 3-year-old, Jordan Bright. That teen is now in the juvenile system. And in February, police say this body cam video showed 3 teens in a stolen car crashing into a police officer in southwest Baltimore, just moments after an attempted break-in. 2 of the teens were already on ankle monitors at the time due to previous robbery and auto theft charges.
It's us again. Yep, it's us again. It's the culture. Listen, the culture is trash. And see, this woman right here, Kathy, is standing up for the law-abiding citizens that go on, that pay their taxes, that contribute to society, that try to do what's right, that try to do what's honorable, whatnot. And y'all want to call her a whole bunch of names. No, Susie is, listen, Susie said, listen, y'all know we not gonna keep taking this. People are just tired. There's black fatigue. People are just tired. Cause I'm tired. Okay. Cause when they start handing down triple digit sentences or whatnot, then you're gonna be like, dang, they all that time for that. Yes. Yes. Listen, the MFers, or it's Friday. Listen, we cook up. The motherfuckers right there, the ones that was 2 of the teams was already on ankle monitors for a prior robbery theft situation. Probably had a gun involved. This is a learned behavior. Then y'all, the blackity blacks want to say, oh no, it's mental health. Oh no. Man, man, shut up. Know what? I got something for y'all. Somebody, listen, we keep getting in our own way. We keep finding a way to get into our own way. Right? Because then I got to hear all this racist bullshit or whatever and all that about, oh man, they trying to take us out, man. They trying to do this and shoot it. You doing it to yourself. Y'all helping each other's out. Y'all it's like a pesticide, like a cancer. Kathy is tired. This woman right here, of many, she is tired. And guess what? Night after night, listen, get stories like this. I've been seeing some stuff out of Baltimore, but I was like, I'm just gonna hold off. I don't know what's happening over there. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on Baltimore. Keep my eye on Baltimore. What is going on? The Grand Theft Auto capital of the world right now is in Baltimore. What West Baltimore was it? The East, the projects. What I watched The Wire. Greatest show of all time. Right? But even them, they had the young people in there as well. But they moved with a certain code, right? Wasn't great. But it's just like everybody, we gonna have all these community rallies and organization, and the community organizers are also gang members. They also gang affiliate or they're part of a drug organization. I did a story in Mount Vernon, New York, or whatnot, where a deputy commissioner, the number 2 of the Mount Vernon police, her son was in a gang called the Slutty Vegan. Slutty Vegan. Shit, Slutty Gang, whatever, and all that. And I guess he was I guess the game he was shooting at was the whole ass niggas game. I don't know. Right? And in the middle of around noon around noon at a courthouse, he got out and aired out on his ops. Nobody didn't get hit, and she drove away in the getaway car. This is evil, demonic behavior. Where are y'all learning this from? Where are y'all getting this from? And why do y'all feel the need that y'all gotta have y'all 12 and 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds out here, 18, out here committing crimes for what? You're not getting paid for it. And if you are getting paid for it, it's a short lease on life. Where are the parents? Where are the fathers? Where are the people at? Because listen, where are the community leaders that say, yeah, you don't need more rec centers for your youth. We need to build more community centers. The community centers are not working. The community centers, the rec centers, the parks, they are not working. They killed the 3-year-old, for God's sake. And he's in the juvenile system, whatnot. Now, hopefully he stays in there. Again, the justice system is so weird, right? Because if you under a certain age or whatever, and all this, like, oh, we're not gonna try him as an adult, whatnot. In this Maryland, they pretty liberal. I think Maryland is out there, they pretty liberal anyway. Soft on crime. Y'all too soft on crime. He's gentle parenting. This is what happened with gentle parents. Y'all is too soft on crime. It's time to turn these out because you just, oh man, because with this kind of crime, with this kind of theft, they say no one, it's 5 years at best, maybe 7. And you get out. This is what this, because again, it starts here. It's almost like the Slick Rick song, a children's story. I rob another and a sister and the brother try to rub a cold ass. Listen, the cold ass man. Listen, this is where it started. He's still no need for static. Rat-a-tat-tat, and all the cops scattered. Shout out to Slick Rick. But my whole point is like, when do we say, listen, our 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds should not be out here committing carjackings, should not be robbing people, should not be taking illegal joyrides. So again, somebody who's my age is on the wrong side of history, right? They got a lengthy rap sheet. They've been committing crimes since we was all 18, right? 17 to 18, 16, never got out of it. They just graduate because eventually these kind of crime, it's like robbery, it's a gateway crime. Stealing, it's a gateway crime because then after a while it involves guns. Then you knocking off stash houses, then it becomes, you become the Jack Boys or the Kill Boys. The culture don't love y'all. Listen, black people, I love black people, but I hate black culture because this is a culture. This thing is a learned behavior because we saw it from another culture and we say, you know what, we'll do it. White people doing it. You know what, we can do it a lot better. We'll be a little bit more brazen with ours. Man, at 12 years old, you should be learning how. Listen, I got brothers that their sons are in martial arts. They win the championships. They own national teams. I'm not saying you gotta be in football because I think you need to try something more than just football, whatnot. They're taking trips to the White House. Listen, man, they part of a youth organization, a Christian youth organization. They not out here doing this. They quote unquote OGs ain't got them on this. And because there needs to be those kind of OGs that, hey, no, you can't be out here, shorty. You can't be out here. You cannot be out here. And don't tell me it's just the culture, because guess what? The culture is the thing that we celebrate the most. We need to burn it all down. We need to burn it all the way down. And we have this soft spot. These teenagers, whatnot, right? They end up being baby daddies, right? They get their girlfriends drawn into it or whatnot. Again, they influence the woman, they influence her. She don't smoke or whatnot. What is this? What the hell? Hold on. Pause. Anyway. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty here. But yeah,